obviously care, we care about everybody, but as I said earlier, we cannot make everybody happy. That's impossible, and I think it's an unreasonable expectation to think that everybody will be happy. But it's a growing amount of being satisfied. We are addressing more and more issues. When we unveiled this new route, we went a large distance, and we talk about Northern Pass. There's some really heavy statistics here, and all the efforts we did to have less of an impact on towns, on communities. I rode the route recently, and in the majority of places, you can't even see the line. It is that remote. You can't even see it. Obviously, you can see it if it crosses the road. So back to the congressional delegation. And I know them all personally to some degree or another, and we do work on many issues together. We try to, because we're all in New Hampshire. What I hear consistently from almost every elected official, whether it be state or federal, but certainly from the federal, is what they're asking us to do, what they've repeatedly asked us to do, is listen to the people of New Hampshire, address their concerns. I haven't detected any natural opposition to this, because they know it's really good energy policy. All these elected officials, the congressional delegation, they know that this is consistent with national energy policy. They know it's consistent with regional energy policy. But as we talked about earlier, New Hampshire is a community-based state. And what all these folks want us to do is to listen and try to address these issues. And if we are able to their satisfaction, I think they will be fine, because they know the project itself is inherently good. But they don't view it as their job to convince the people that it's a good one. They view it as our job to demonstrate to the citizens of New Hampshire that it's proper. And so again, back to the Northern Pass, that's why we're showing things like this. That's why we picked a new route. That's why we abandoned several routes once we heard from people. That's why we've lowered tower heights. That's why we're working on an individual basis and a community basis. We're having these open houses. We are just really doing everything we can to give them information, to talk to them, to listen to them, and try to address it. Now, Grant, like I said, we're not going to be able to address 100%, but just in so much of this route, we've already gone from 130 feet to 85 feet, 90 feet on a large, vast amount of the route. Just redesigning, working with landowners, rerouting. And that's what these statistics that you've heard already from the rollout of the new route. So we think we're making tremendous progress. We believe that there's enough merit there to demonstrate to all policymakers that this is a good project. But you're right. We don't see any standing up and cheering for it yet. But these are all good people who care about the things that we care about as a state, and they know that these energy issues are very real. And they know we need to have a greener energy future. And they know this does it. But so it's not about the project itself, it's about how do you address local concerns. That's really what it comes down to.
And those improvements, other than the north, include the Concord area, from Franklin to Concord along the AC route.
The all yellow portion just below it says Concord. Why is that not also outlined in black?
There was actually we had to get permission. We had, as Emery's reported on a couple of times, we had to get the FAA to okay the route along the airport.
Right.
It was officially listed in the DOE as the alternative, and the preferred at the time was actually the one that's gone away, which was a new right-of-way through Chichester into Northwood and Deerfield that way. So that's gone.
And there is people concerned with that, so we think we addressed their concern.
Yeah.
We were able to lower the height, so it's no higher than the adjacent lines, so the FAA was satisfied. So that's just one of the examples where we've made tremendous progress since, I'll say 3 years ago, when there was quite a reaction to the proposal. The ideas, they were concepts because none of them were final. And so we went from there to here, and I think some of the opposition is still lingering from that initial outlay, and they haven't really stopped to think about and look at the new one, which we think is just far superior.